Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. In this video, I'm going to recap what I was showcasing in here. So I told you about 3 new projects, and so far you guys know about the drip airdrop coming from X1, how to get into the pre-sale on that. The drip to BTC, that's one I'm going to save for later. I'm testing that right now. I have the website and everything that I'm utilizing for that, but I'm saving it because right now we still got DripX that just launched and still has a bunch of things going on with that, and trying to see how that shapes up, as well as the hype surrounding SwapX. So I'm going to show you this third one, the AI trading bot, basically for V3 pools. And I have been conducting my own research with me and the dev, kind of being the case study, and going to show you how you can indeed lose money even in stable coins, and why I believe this solves a problem. So I had to actually test this out myself to see where the issues were at, and then we can use that data on how to optimize this. And the dev I'm working with had his own trading bot back in the day for BTC. So trading bot is just it's kind of a convoluted term, but essentially all you want is something to automate the buy and sell triggers that you would normally do manually, especially if you're not available. And it's not like you're trying to actually get into timing the market or anything like that. You just want to be able to have a place where you would normally get out of a position in a liquidity pool, or if your position goes inactive because your range on V3 is no longer within range, you would like to rebalance that automatically and then get back into range so that you're maximizing the pairs. So V3 is great only if you stay within the range you selected to maximize on those trading pairs. So I was using BUSD and USDT, and it had rates way higher than this because the liquidity was sitting around 100,000 to 300,000. So I was getting like 200 to 300%. But I'm going to show you how even in stable coins you can indeed lose money, and why a trading bot would be necessary for this. Because even with a stable coin such as BUSD and USDT, there's a 1 to 2% variability between the price, and depending on how this swings, like you can see down here, I have now 4,716 in USD total value, but 4,600 of it is in BUSD and 120 of it is in USDT. So what happened, or what was happening in here, is that the BUSD value was, say, at 0.998, 0.98, like 2 cents, not even a big deal. But then the USDT value could be at 1.01 or 1.02. Well, you do the math on that. Let's say at $5,000 times, let's just say a 2 cents spread, that's $100 that you could lose. And that is a variable rate for a stable coin. Like a stable coin that bounces between 99 cents to $1.01 is still considered very, very stable, and it's acceptable. But over time, you can see that this could become an issue, and you could actually lose money on stable coins. Now, that is literally impermanent loss, even though you're in a pair that should be extremely stable. So imagine the volatility, or how much you could lose in assets that swing more than 1 to 2%. So what's happened with me, I'm going to show you. It may not make sense, my spreadsheet that I had, but hopefully I can break it down for you so you can understand. You'll see again why this is kind of important. So I wasn't tracking. I've been in this for about 2 weeks. I wasn't tracking it until I started seeing that the wallet value was going down. I was like, wait a minute, I need to see something here. And so what I started doing is putting the date and then the LP value, which comes from this value here, the USD equivalent value. And then I would put what I had left over in my wallet, because you couldn't always get all of your assets evenly distributed. So it wasn't always a 50-50 ratio of BUSD to USDT. So I'd always have some left over. So when I started tracking this, I had $4,259 in there. Then I was tracking the fees and the cake. And also, let me go back to this. Here's another reason why this trading bot would be great to have. So when you come in here, actually I have to go to add so you can see this. Let's go back. It's not from here. It's in earn farms. And then I got to do it from scratch. Yeah. So you have this calculator up here. So if you click this little calculator, you'll see that this has these options that say compounding every 12, 1. That's a calculator though. So I've heard people in the community saying that this will auto compound your position. It doesn't. This is just a calculator. The only auto compounding position is in the cake farm. And that's why, again, this trading bot would be highly lucrative, because when we come back here, you'll see that I have fees. I'm sorry, I have cake that's earned. So the bot could harvest that cake every 12 hours or whatever you set it to, sell it, and then compound it back. Plus, I have fees that I'm earning between the two pairs. So right now it's $3, but before it was up to about $20 a day. But let me go back to explain better what was going on in these pairs. So when you come to the calculator and you are calculating these rates, this is something the bot could do automatically. And what it would do is it would take your fees you earned and then your cake you earned, sell it into the assets that you need, and then re-add it back into your position. And by doing so, you maximize the profits that you can gain because you're using compound interest. So you're taking the fees as well as the cake, selling it, adding to position, and increasing your position. So these are just some of the pain points I feel that a bot could solve, especially since there are so many different V3 pools that you could participate in. But I had to get the data to see what the issues were and what the constraints were, because what you learn in marketing, people only buy things that solve problems and pain points. And seeing now that even with a stable coin, there is a variability and some impermanent loss, that is a pain point, because we're all here to make money, not lose money, and we're all here to maximize the money as well as save your time. So I know that this will be something that can be utilized within my community, and I'm working with the dev to get that made. But let's look at the numbers here and show you what I invested for you guys, the loss I've taken for you guys so far. So start tracking this up here, had this wallet value, put the time here, and then at this date, I was like, I wanted to get to closer to $5,000, but Coinbase held some of my capital, so I couldn't get it all over. So I only ended up able to transfer over another 600. So I put this new original value here, starting on the 15th of what my wallet value should be. So that was adding in the total that I had here at the end of the day, or on day 15, and then what I had swapped over and deposited. So my wallet should contain this amount currently. And then I started tracking the actual changes. So what ended up happening here, where I said rebalancing, that's where I got the new liquidity. So I left the position and then had to rebuy back in. So when I was showing you before, let's just say BUSD was 98 cents and USDT was $1.01, or even we'll go 99 and $1.01. Then that means I had all this BUSD because I got pushed out of the balance between the two. So all of my USDT got liquidated, for lack of a better word, into BUSD. So now I had $4,765 of BUSD, and I had to now split that and buy USDT to rebalance the position. But now remember, it costs $1.01. So I'm technically losing money because I'm taking what I had in a lower value and buying a higher value currency to rebalance the position to get back in and start establishing or getting trading fees. And that's where this came up. So I was at the 4,850. So it wasn't bad. The middle or end of the day on the 15th. And by 8 p.m. when I checked again, I had lost another $7. So I was here, I was down 4, then I was down 11 or so. Then on the 16th, woke up and you can see now that it had dropped from 48.21 to 4,780. So another, because it's pushing over into the BUSD side. And so then when I rebalanced again, because I had to redo the portfolio because I got pushed out again, I had taken that impermanent loss. And then I'll just fast forward. I'm not gonna go through each one of these. Fast forward to today on the 18th at 2025, I now have a realized loss of about $102 from what I should have. Now, it's hard to say what will happen in the future. So I think though, because the fact the APR has come down so much, I'm probably not gonna get that back, but I could rebalance this again. So even though right now in my position, what I have is 4,653 of BUSD, and you see the equivalent down there says 46.18. So you see there's kind of that impermanent loss already in there. So I would have to sell some of this into USDT and then probably pick a tighter range to try to recoup this. But instead, I'm going to let it sit here, even though the percentage has dropped. But I just wanted to use this video as a way to help some of you guys understand how the V3 pools work and how impermanent loss works, and even how it works with, again, stable coins, and why this trading bot, I believe, would be something that solves some pain points for sure for some people going forward. Now, the way that this will work is you'd have to install this locally on your system, and then you'd have to give it your private keys. So you would want to create a new wallet so that it can do this, and you'd have to fund it with BNB, blah, blah, blah. I'd explain all that, but as of right now, it's kind of still in development stage or research stage, and I'm just collecting data. But you can see there will be a lot of different pools that you could participate in and try to utilize to maximize staying within range and automating some of those actions that you have to take, which would save you some time. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that, because basically what I'm looking at, and I was talking to someone else in the community, I'm going to minimize the amount of projects that I quote unquote shill. So far I have gotten into DripX. I'm going to continue monitoring that one. The next one is SwapX. So we got a ROI DApp, we got a DEX. So in regards to how would you call that, like risk or whatever, ROI DApp's more risky, but a lot of sustainability built into it from Matt and the team. Then you got kind of a long-term potential true DeFi platform with SwapX and what they're building over there, like where you're owning a percentage of the asset itself. I can't really say again true DeFi, because I don't think they'll be burning the tokens or the contracts, because it's a DEX. So of course it'll be like the PancakeSwap devs. This team will continue to monitor it, so it's not that it's completely decentralized in regards to ownership, but closer than some of the dApps we're familiar with. And then next would be this trading bot, which is still high risk, because you don't know me, and I don't know how to verify the code that the developer is writing and things of that nature. So there's definitely a layer of trust that goes into that. And the last would be the king of crypto asset, Bitcoin, and utilizing that and a wallet that gives you yield on that Bitcoin. So those would be the 4 projects that I would be promoting, because all of them would be supporting the Drip community and the OG Drip community that got in with me. So you won't still see me going to shill like all these new projects that are popping up. I'm getting the spam on my YouTube comments, getting spam in the Telegram again. So clearly the bull run is back because those people disappeared for the last like 18 months. So I'm going to still continue to try to give transparency and integrity with you guys to show you what's going on and keep that open. But I just wanted to show you this position for how V3s work. I know a lot of people may not be familiar, and they might be incorrect narratives being transmitted across different communities and stuff like that. So like regarding the auto compounding and stuff, or that there's no impermanent loss when you're earning trading fees, because like I just showed you, and that's about as stable as you can get, is literally 2 stable coins that bounce within 1% of each other, and sometimes less than that, but you can still take impermanent loss on that. All right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.